Well, this is the end of the Delphic Maxims. I hope you have enjoyed this show, this series of videos to enlighten you about my historical past and to enhance your own life with these maxims delivered by Apollo to the oracle at Delphi. They're aphorisms for a better life and a guideline in which you can follow to make your judgments and rules. In this series, there's many subjects I did not touch upon. Jen, some people like to say that I was lucky in all my life, that my endeavors were just a matter of luck. But I beg to differ. Most of that which I achieved was because of one person and one person only, and that is my teacher, Aristole.
Of all of my men, Hephaestion was the greatest. My greatest friend, my greatest love, my greatest loss. And here is to all Hellenes to cherish your maxims and use them to the fullest, and be not swayed by other religions concocted by greed and self-interest.
There's many subjects I did not touch upon. My great faith and love in Hephaestion, a man very close to being my better, and my mother, to name another soul who I cherished. Some said I was just too busy trying to outdo Heracles, Achilles, Perseus, other famous Hellenes who had set the standard very high.
After the Emperor Darius's death, I kept seeing him in my dreams, but unlike anything I could possibly imagine, like a wild man, always there, chanting, waving.
My mentor and friend will always be Aristotle. But remember this, I would have loved to have been taught by Chiron, the centaur, who taught only the best students and the children of the gods. I always had the best respect for my men and women who served under me fearlessly, devoting themselves to my cause many times. I had sculptures erected along the way or sent back home so folks could remember their heroic deeds for the empire. Indeed, I did find myself praying to Zeus constantly and making all the appropriate sacrifices in the god's behalf. And certainly I was hoping for a sign, even a great voice to come to me at one point in the journey. Unbeknown to many, during the last few weeks of my life, I was haunted by a dream. Strange as it was Darius who had captured me and was insulting me by lashing me with a palm in a magnificent garden.
Well, he was a genius for sure, and he was driven by really great ambition. Maybe he was overdriven.
Well, yes, he was. That is his tragic flaw. That is why he would have made a good tragedy for us to write about. That is why. He had what he had, and he had too much of it. He had no golden mean. He did not have any understanding that you could have less and still be more. He wanted more and more of everything he had. He conquered Persia, he wanted India. He conquered India, he wanted more. He wanted even more than India. Probably he wanted China. China was very much around at the time. But he didn't get there. His soldiers reacted badly. They wanted to go home. They wanted to go home to their wives. They were on the road for 13 years, 14 years. It was enough, you know. How long can you keep people away from their families?
Then he should have set up kingdoms in Persia. He should have set up kingdoms in India.
Well, he did kind of.
Yes,
he did. There are places in India, Manali I think it's called, where there are still supposed descendants of Alexander's. There's green-eyed, blonde people who live there, who are supposedly, because a lot of his soldiers, wherever he went, even after he himself left, they stayed behind. They created families, they stayed.
Right.
Alexander belongs to the world. He doesn't belong to the Greeks, he doesn't belong to the Serbians.
Yeah.